Good morrow gamers, welcome back to Tabletop Celts. I'm Jack. Today I'm doing another solo battle report for you guys. It's going to be another 40k one. It's going to be my Tau versus my Space Marines. It's going to be 1,350 points. So it's a strike force, the over 1,000 points one, whatever that is. I'm going to be using the open war cards today. So it's going to be like an objective, deployment and twist. So I'll go over the army list now, and then I'll do some pre-game setup with you guys, like terrain and stuff like that. Then we can just jump straight into the battle report. Feel free to skip ahead. And yeah, I'll catch you in a second now with the Tau army list. Okay guys, so welcome to the Tau army list. I'm running my custom Tau, the Pinkanogi Tau set. So I'll be picking two Tau set traits from the Codex. I'm picking one from Sector A and Sector B. So the one from Sector A is Calm Under Pressure. So each time model with this tenant makes a range attack with an assault weapon that targets a unit within 12. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of that attack. Then for Sector B, I've gone for Firecast Marksman. So each time a model with this tenant makes a range attack with a pulse weapon, on a modified wound roll of a 6, improve the armor penetration characteristic of that attack by 1. I got a patrol. Now leading the patrol is in Ethereal. So he's my warlord. The two invocations I've given him is Sense of Stone and Safari's Grace. Safari's Grace. I don't know, I suck. So those are the two invocations I've given him. If they come up in the game, I'll just mention them there. Then for my Warlord trait, I've gone for Through Unit Devastation. So it's an aura ability. When a friendly core unit is within 6 of this Warlord, each time a core model in that unit makes a range attack, on an unmodified wound roll of a 6, improve the AP characteristic of that attack by 1. So that with my set trait is pretty cool for certain units. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, I am aware that there's been a few changes to both Space Marines and Tau, so I will try to keep track of that stuff as well. Just saying. I've given my relic to my other hero. So we're going with the Ethereal. I have a Fireblade. And then he has the Kindle Blade. So once per battle, in your command phase, the barrier can use the relic. If it does, until the start of your next command phase, it gains the following ability. While friendly Sept Fire Warrior team units are within 6 of this model, the unit automatically passes morale tests. Yeah, so I think that's all the stuff, interesting stuff for the heroes. Then I've got two troop choices. I've got a Breacher team and a Strike team. The Strike team have pulse rifles. I've got 2 transports going with them. I got 2 Devilfish. The Breachers will be going in the grey Devilfish, and the Strike team are going in the white Devilfish. Do they have any? No, I didn't put any drones with them. Sorry, I'm looking at them at the table and it's just like, ugh. Right, then what else have I got? I'll move over to my elites. I've got a 4-man crisis team unit. Each of them have got 2 missile pods and a shield generator. They're also accompanied by 3 shield drones and 2 marker drones. Yes, 2 marker drones. I believe that's it for my elites. Then my fast attack, I've got a 10-man path fighter squad. The squad's got 3 rear rifles, the rest of them just have their pulse carbines and mark lights. And then I have the 3 drones that go with them. So the recon drone, I can't remember what the other 2 drones are. Pulse accelerator drone and what's the other one called? It's not a guardian drone. What is it? It's not even not a thing anymore. Oh, there it is. The Grav inhibitor drone. Sorry, I couldn't find it for a second there. So that's the Pathfinder team. That's my fast attack. Oh no, sorry. I think it's another fast attack unit. I've got a 5-man drone unit. They're all gun drones. Then I'll go over to my heavies. I've got a Riptide. He's got 2 smart missile systems and his ion cannon thing. Ion artillery cannon, something like that. And then finally I've got my broadside. He's got his 2 missile pod drones with him, a smart missile system, 2 smart missile systems, and his railgun. And I believe that is everything for the Tau. So I'll be back now in just a sec with the Space Marine army list. Okay guys, welcome to the Space Marine army list. So today I'm running my custom chapter, the Brothers of Atonement. Now I'm slowly repainting my army, so they might be different colours. I'm slowly repainting them as Dark Angel's Horus Heresy, so it's red and black. So apologies about that. 2 successor chapter tactics I've gone for: Long Range Marksman and Master Artisan. So Master Artisan, each time a unit with this tactic is selected to shoot or fight, you can reroll 1 hit roll when resolving that unit's attack. And Long Range Marksman, add 3 to the range characteristic of rapid fire and heavy weapons, excluding flamer weapons. For this list, I am running a battalion. Yes, that seems right. Yeah, I'm running a battalion. So the battalion's being led by a Space Marine captain. He's got a jetpack, thunderhammer, and shield. I've given him the warlord trait Iron Resolve and the relic Armor Indomitus. So that's everything my warlord's got. Sorry, that was a bit messy. Then my second hero, I've got a lieutenant. He has also got a jetpack, a thunderhammer, but he's got a plasma pistol instead. I have 3 troop choices. They are all tactical marine squads. They're all 5-man tactical marine squads. The first one has a missile launcher as a heavy weapon, and a sergeant, and the rest of them were just a bolt gun. The next one also has a rocket launcher, but the sergeant has a chainsword and a bolt pistol. Finally, I have a 5-man with a power fist and a combi melter, and as a special weapon I've got a melter gun in there, and the rest of them just have their bolt guns. I'll go over to a fast attack. I've got a 10-man assault marine squad. They all have jetpacks. The sergeant and another marine have the big chainswords. The rest of them just have bolt pistols. Then I'll go over to my elites. I've got a 5-man, what are they called? Company veterans, I think they're called. So I have a sergeant with a chainsword and a bolt pistol. I have a guy with a combi plasma and a chainsword. The rest of the squad then just has plasma guns and chainswords. Then my other elite squad, I've got a Terminator squad. They have, so what is it? 4 of them have Stormbolters. That includes a sergeant who has a power sword. 1 of them then has an assault cannon. 2 of them have, besides the sergeant, 2 of them has the chain fist, the others have a power fist. Then I've got a dev team as like my heavy. So in that team I've got 4 heavy bolters and a sergeant with a plasma pistol and a chainsword. Now one of the heavy bolters is modelled with a chainsword. He doesn't have that. I just that's for something else. If I wasn't sure if I wanted to run him as a company vet or not, so ignore that chainsword for the purposes of the dev squad. And then finally I have a drop pod which can take 10 Space Marines in there. So my plan is to stick my company vets and the melter gun tactical marine squad in that, and that's going to be like my nuke. And I believe that's everything for the Space Marine army list. Sorry if it's all over the place, it's just a lot to freaking remember in my brain and process. But yeah, that's the army list, guys, and I'll be back now in just a sec with the pre-game setup. Okay guys, so welcome to the battlefield. Today's map is kind of like a snowy Imperial ruin. So today, like I said, I'll be using the open war cards. So deployment is like this. And you might have noticed that I've got a new board so I can actually have corners and stuff. So this is a 44 by 5-foot board. It's enough to play 2,000 point games of 40k and stuff. I've done this measurement correctly, so it is 12 for each deployment. So the Tau over here and the Space Marines over there. The objective is storm their lines. So how it works is that you put down 3 objectives in your deployment zones. So for the Tau, I got 1 in the trees, 1 by there, and 1 by there. For the Space Marines, I've got 1 by there. It's like that white thing by there. I got 1 in that ruin but there, and then I got 1 in the trees for the Space Marines. You score 1 point each turn if you hold the 1 in your in your deployment zone, and then you get 2 for the enemy deployment zones. You kind of want to get there to score extra points. And then for the twists, I got gales, so there is a strong wind going. So I subtract 1 from the move characteristic of all models, subtract 1 from advance and charge rolls. That is the game we're playing today, guys. So for the actual board itself, I've got, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ruined buildings. So they are line of sight blocking and they give you +1 to your save. Then I've got some ruined walls around the place. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 where the devilfish are. So they are -1 to hit, I believe. Same with the trees. And I've got a kind of, what is it, a crater? So like the destroy building kind of thing by here, which I also believe is, I think it's +1 to your save, but I'll double check that when it, if it's relevant. How I've deployed, Tau won the roll off, so they ended up over here. So I got my Pathfinders behind this ruined building. In the trees, I've got my 5 gun drones, the 2 missile drones from the broadside and hit the broadside, and my Riptide. So I'm hoping there is still a stratagem you can use where you can pass small wounds. It's 1 CP, so hopefully that will be relevant for that. Over here, I've got my Fireblade tucked in there with his... Oh, I forgot to mention he has a marker drone. I don't know if I mentioned that in the army list. He's holding this objective. Oh, sorry, these guys are holding this objective. Then I've got my 2 Devilfish. I got my Strike team in there, my Breacher team in there. And then finally, I've got my Ethereal. I've still got my Crisis suits to deep strike, so they're off the board. So that's for the Tau. And then for the Space Marines, I've got a tactical squad here. This is the sergeant with the bolt gun and the rocket launcher. I've got my captain and lieutenant here, and I've got my dev team here with the heavy bolters. So my captain and lieutenant kind of benefiting these guys with reroll 1s to hit and wound. Until they advance up the board to get some objectives and stuff like that, if I want to do that. I combat squadded my, what's it called? My Assault Marines. So the 2 heavy chainswords are deep striking with the other 3 guys. And then I've just got chainsaws and bolt pistols holding that objective. And then finally on the board, I've got the other tactical marine squad with the sergeant with the chainsword and bolt pistol and the rocket launcher there. So I've got my Terminators in deep strike. I've got a 5-man assault squad in deep strike, and I've got the drop pod with the 5 company vets and the Melter team tactical squad. Some other basic stuff, the Tau command points, they haven't got that extra one yet. I'm just keeping track of it for the first turn. So this is the Tau CP, then I've got the Space Marine CP. I've got a dice for represents turns. I'll be rolling these dice because I think it'll be black and white dice. So it'll be easier to see on a whiteboard maybe. And then I've got some red wound dice and a measuring tape. So I'll do a roll off for first turn to see who's be taking the initiative. So the Space Marines got a 4, and then the Tau got a 3. So it'll be Space Marines turn 1. Right guys, I've got to mention what philosophy of war I'm taking for my Tau. It's going to be Kion, so turn 3 to 5 is when stuff's going to be happening, okay? So I will, when it happens at turn 3, I'll announce it there. So apologies, I forgot about that. Space Marine turn 1. In the command phase, all I got was a CP. I didn't do anything else. Now, for movement, I've done all that off camera. I didn't move anything, just because my leaders are protected from Lookout Sir. So I left everything where it was, because they're scoring me a point, they're scoring me a point, and they're scoring a point. But what I did do I dropped my drop pod down, and my melters and my company vets came down. Basically, I just thought now's the time. They plugged 9 away from everything, from my pathfinders, from all this, even from the fireblade, and they ended up there. Luckily, I got my melters in range. They're all wholly within 3 of the drop pod. I also forgot to mention that my drop pod has a rocket launcher, or the missile pod thingy inside. My objective, or kind of what I want to do this turn with the Space Marines, is use my heavy bolters to take out the gun drones. I might put a, what's it called, Hellfire round into the Riptide to see if I can do some mortal wounds to it. And then once all the drones are clear, I'm going to release all that on the Riptide and see if I can take it out. Because if I could take that out, that would be pretty cool for Space Marines. Not much for the Tau. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going to try and do. And we'll just see how it goes. Alright, so it's my shooting phase. So I'm going to start off with my devs. So basically all my heavy weapons are in range. Those guys over there can't see anything. They just got pistols. Their bolters are in range. So it's just all the heavy weapons. So the missile launcher and the heavy bolters are in range. So I'm going to do 3 heavy bolters into the gun drones, and then I'm going to do 1 heavy bolter into the Riptide using the Hellfire round. I'm in Devastated Doctrine, so heavy weapons are an extra AP, so my heavy bolters are now -2 as well. It's 9 shots from the heavy bolters going into those gun drones on the back, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of the captain. Ooh. Reroll. Oh, that's a shame. Then, so I've got 7 hits. So it's strength 5, drones are toughness 4, so it's going to be 3 students. I get to reroll 1s because of my lieutenant. Lol. I'm going to spend a CP. There's a sneaky CP. Right, there we go. I'm down to 12 CP now for the Space Marines. So, how many is that? 6. So it's 6 saves for the drones. It's -2. Drones have I believe it's a 4-up save. Yeah, it's a 4-up save, so it's -2, so they need 6s. Ooh, okay. So they save 2. I'm going to try and CP 1 as the Tau. So I'll be on 11 CP for the Tau. No, okay. I passed 2, but it's still 1, 2, 3, 4 dead. I still have 1 drone left in the squad. So I took an Then I'm going to spend another CP for the Space Marines. So that will take me down to 11. I'm going to do a Hellfire round on the Riptide. So I'm going to forego my Sergeant shooting to hit on a 2+. It's a good thing I get to reroll 1s. Please not be another one. Alright, it hits. So it does D3 wounds. I'm going to spend a CP for the Tau. Hitting on... So I'll be doing to that many. Did I do that right? Oh, it's 12 CP, sorry. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah. So I'll be down to 10 CP now, if I got that mixed up. I'm an idiot. Right, okay. So I'm on 10 CP. Then I'm going to do safety protocols, I believe it's called. Okay, guys, so I was just checking the wording on the stratagem. So it does mortal wounds. So it hits and it does mortal wounds. The Tau stratagem saving protocol says if a unit fails a save, then he can pass on to a drone within 3. I believe because it's just mortal wounds, he doesn't get a save. So he's technically failed it. So I'm just going to spend the CP to take it on the drone, and the drone dies, and the Riptide is fine. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure how it works with mortal wounds, but that's just how I'm doing it. So hopefully that makes sense. Right, so my heavy bolters have gone. So they kind of did their objectives to take out the drones to open up all this to shoot at the Riptide. I also forgot to mention the Riptide has a 4-up inv, which I should have also thought of. But there we are. So I'm going to shoot a rocket, the single shot rocket, into the Riptide. It's hitting on a 3. I don't get to reroll any of those. No. Well, any 2s. So that's a miss. So that's this lot shot. Then I'll go over to here. Okay. So I'll start off with the Tactical Marines. They are... So the 3 bolters are going to go into the Pathfinders, and the 2 melter guns are going into the Riptide. So do the bolter guns first. So it's 1, 2, 3, but they're in rapid fire. So it's 6 shots going into the Pathfinders, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. They failed to wound. Well done, guys. Then my 2 melter shots, hitting on 3s. Have I done a CP reroll? I do. Let me think. I know I did one. What did I do a CP reroll for? I think I did it for one of the heavy bolters. I suck. Right, there we are. So that's a fail. 3. That's a wound. It's minus loads, but the Riptide has a 4-up save. It fails. I'm pretty sure I done a reroll for the Tau. Did I do a reroll for the Tau? Yeah, sorry, I think I did. I'm a Muppet. Sorry, yeah. So it goes through, does D6 damage. 3. So the Riptide has 14 wounds. I just did 3, so it takes him down to 11. Then I've got my Plasma from the company Vets. Okay guys, so it's my Plasma. I am in rapid fire range. It's a bit risky, but I'm thinking I'm gonna overcharge into the Riptide. So it's going to be 8 shots. So I'm going to roll them 2 at a time. Is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. Basically front, and then I go boop, boop, boop. Okay. So hitting on 3s. Okay. So we lost the front guy. Next one, hitting on 3s. 1 miss, 1 hit. Next one, no, 2 hits, and then the last one, 2 misses. Okay, so we lose 1 guy. Oh, he's dead, but he does get to finish his shots. So it's strength 8 because we overcharged, wounding on 3s. Damn it, that wasn't worth a Marine. So it's 2. It's minus, I think it's -3, but he has a 4-up invuln. He fails 1, so he takes 2 damage. Was that worth? Probably not, but if it went really well, it could have been. Alright, so simple maths. Riptide's on 9 wounds left. Oh, I've got to have my rocket things from my drop pod. Okay guys, so I'm going to shoot my rocket pod. My drop pods rockets into the Pathfinders. So it's D6. I get 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on strength 5, so 3s. So it's 2 wounds. Yeah, I'll just take them on the Pathfinders. There's no rend to this, so a Pathfinder's a 5-up save. He passes 1, fail 1, so I lose a Pathfinder. Right, so that wasn't pretty cool. That was less effective than I thought. So that's kind of scary. So the Riptide isn't bracketed yet. So when it's on 7 wounds, it's bracketed. I just need to measure if I can do a charge. So this is my Sarge. It is a 10-inch charge, and those guys, it is a it's a 12-inch charge. Okay, so for the company vets, it's 12-inch charge. For the front guys, it's a 10-inch charge. The thing is, it gets to overwash. This is the thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably regret it later. So I'm going to charge the Riptide with the Tactical Range Squads. So the Riptide does get to Overwatch. So I'll do its rockets first, because that's easy. Can't remember what the other gun does. 6s. I am spending the CP, sorry. So I'm on 9 CP with the Tau. We got 2 hits. Strength is 5, so 3s. Ooh. It's -1, but Space Marines now ignore an -1. They ignore a -1, so it's just a standard 3-up save. Yeah, okay. I'll take a wound on a Marine. I forgot they have 2 wounds. Yeah, so their new rule, well, like one of their new rules for their armor is that they ignore -1 rend. So they decrease the rend by 1, sorry, that's a bad way of saying it. So I'll put a wound on this Marine here. Then I got the big gun. So my Riptide's ion gun is going into the Tactical Marine squads, so I'm not going to overcharge this because it's already strength 7. So I'm hitting on 6s. And I didn't get any, luckily, because that's a lot of rend and it does flat 3 damage. So that's pretty scary. So that's a Riptide shot. I'm going to attempt now to charge those Tactical Marine squads into that Riptide. I need a 10. Boom. So we're tying up the Riptide. I do have a Power Fist as well, so that's something. Hopefully we don't die in combat. I doubt it, but you never know. Technically, well, something like that. There we are. So my Tactical Marines made it in. Now I need to roll that again for the company vets. Lol. Ooh, actually, do I want to maybe? I might go for the Fireblade, actually. Let me do some measuring, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, guys, so I had a look. It's a 10-inch charge for the company vets into the Fireblade. So it's better than a 12-inch charge. So I'm going to attempt to, with these guys, try and charge the Fireblade where that drone is, but there. 6, 7, 8. No, that's not enough. I'm going to spend a CP. I'm going to reroll that. So I'll leave me on 10 CP with the Space Marines. No, I forgot actually. It was -1 for the twist. I rolled a 12 anyway. They're fine. Sorry, the twist is -1 to the roll for advances and charges. So they technically rolled 11, but because I rolled a 12, they're fine. So they really couldn't even charge the Riptide, which is I should have thought about. So that's technically what, a 5. 5. That's an 8. So that fails to charge. And yeah. Then we got combat. Okay guys, so the Power Fist from the Sergeant is going into the big Riptide. He's going to have 3 attacks for the charge. He's hitting on 4s because it's a Power Fist. I'm tempted to re-roll that. Because there's 4s and 3s. I'm always tempted to re-roll because there's a new phase. It's a 50-50. He has a 4-up save. No, I'm not going to bother. I'll save it for the wound. So it's 2 hits, and then it's going to be 3s. Damn it. Out of curiosity, what would I have rolled if I did re-roll it? Yeah, we would have failed anyway. So that's 2 wounds. It's -3, but the Riptide has a 4-up invuln. And he gets them both. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Marines. They have 1 attack plus the charge. They have 2 attacks, so it'll be 8 dice. We're just going to see if we can nut him. Hitting on 3s. Yeah. He's toughness 7, I have strength 4, so it is 5s and 6s. Ooh, okay. There's no rend to this, so it's just going to be a 2-up save for Riptide. Now I get all of them, you don't care. Good effort though. So that will be the end of Space Marine turn 1. So I score 1, 2, 3 points for the Space Marines. To kind of sum up the turn, the heavy bolters did their job of taking out the drones. I kind of overestimated how well the melt the guns and the plasma would do against the Riptide. I mean, it's a 4-up invuln and stuff. I should have known better, but there we are. We have tied it up. Unfortunately, we did lose one of my plasma marines. My drop pod did take out a Pathfinder, so they lost 5 gun drones and a Pathfinder, and I lost 1 Marine in my turn. And I've tied up the Riptide, and the Riptide is now 9 wounds. Okay guys, so this is Tau turn 1. Now I forgot to do the combat for the Riptide, so I'm going to do that first, and I'll do, because I've already done all my movement and stuff, and my Ethereal's ability, and I've done a Nova Shield on my Riptide. So what I'll do the combat first. So I forgot that my Riptide gets to hit back. It's got 6 attacks, hitting on 5s. Freaking heck. Then it's strength, I think it's 3s. There's no way it's 2s. But it could be. No, it's not 2s, he's strength 6. So that's 2 wounds. There's no rend to this, so I'll have a 3-up save. And it does kill that Marine on 1 wound. So apologies, I forgot to do the Riptide's combat. I rolled a 5, so my Ethereal got sent to stone off. Everything within 6 of him has a 5-up, feel no pain. Or was it a 6-up? It's one of those. If it comes up, I'll double check. He's got that off. I rolled a 4. So my Nova reactor isn't burnt out on my Riptide. So now he also has a 5-up, feel no pain. So if he takes a wound, ignore it on a 5+. So that's everything for that. Then when it comes to movement, I disembarked my Fire Warriors. So this was here. I disembarked them, and then I flew it over like this. I've moved my Ethereal from there to there with a shield drone. My Fireblades come around this way, and I slightly moved. I didn't disembark my breaches, I left them in there, and I just slightly moved it there to hold that objective and to secure this so there's no deep striking. I backed out my Riptide so he can't do anything this turn. So for my Tau's objectives for this turn is to clear out melt the guns and the plasma squad, and then score the 3 objectives. And that's pretty much gonna be my turn. That's pretty much my plan for Tau turn 1. Done all that, done all the command phase, done all the movement. Now it's the shooting. Right, okay guys, I forgot something with my Space Marines. Space Marines have Master Artisan reroll. So when my Space Marine rolled that 1 to die, I could have re-rolled it with Master Artisan. So I'm going to do that now. And then if it wounds, I'm going to resolve that quickly, okay? Sorry I have to go so far back. I do apologize. So it's a hit. This is when I was overcharging my plasma into the Riptide before I did all my charges and stuff like that. So I hit. It's strength 8, so when I'm in a 3 to wound, it wounds. The Riptide would have had a 4-up save, and he gets it. So nothing else changes, but my Marine does come back. So everything else is going to be as normal now. So it's Tau turn 2, everything else. So these Pathfinders, I'm going to put their carbines into these guys. So it's going to be 12 shots, hitting on 4s. That's alright, that's pretty good. Sorry, that was a 4. I don't know if I hit that dice. Strength 5, so, ooh, I need to check something. Okay guys, sorry, I was just checking my Tau Sept abilities. So, because I'm in close range, that would have been on Strength 6 instead of Strength 5, but it doesn't matter, it's 3s to wound anyway. And any 6s have -1 rend. Right, so I didn't get that. I just realised it doesn't matter because Space Marines ignore -1 rend anyway. So, lol. So that is still 5 wounds. That's 3-up save for the Space Marines. They get all of them. Then I've got my burst cannon drone into them. So it's 6 shots. Hitting on 5s, I believe. I need to double check that actually. That was also a part of this. Yeah guys, it does hit on a 5+, so just to double check and see if it was a special drone. So we got 3 hits. Strength 5. So that will be 2 wounds, 3-up save for the Space Marine. Ooh, we kill a Marine. Take one of the tactical Marines at the back. And then I got 3 rail rifle shots going into those guys over there. So it's going to be 4s. Ooh, nice all hits. It's strength a lot. I think it's strength 8. See what I roll. Doesn't matter anyway. Well, these Pathfinders are deadly. So I got 3 wounds with the rare rifles. Rare rifles are -4, but because of the new Space Marine rules, they decrease rend by 1. So it's going to be -3, so I'll leave them with a 6-up save, okay? They save 1, 2 just die because they're flat 3 damage. I am going to spend a CP, so that will take Space Marines now to 9 CP. So they got 3 points and 9 CP. Tau have got 10 CP, okay? So I'm going to reroll one of these. Nice. So I save a Marine. So I do lose 1. So the guy that came back earlier with, well, technically didn't die earlier, is now dead because of thing. That's the Pathfinder shot. I'm going to put these Fire Warriors into these 3 Marines. So it's going to be 20 shots. Because of my Fire Blade, 6 is to hit, do an additional hit. And because of my Tau Sept, 6 is to wound, add an extra rend. Okay, so there's a lot to remember. There's a lot of things happening on 6s with Tau. It's easy to get freaking muddled up. So it's 20 shots, hitting those Marines on 4s, 6s, do extra stuff. I don't see any 6s. Oh, I do actually, yeah. And then we've got 2 6s, so that's 2 extra hits. So we got 12 shots through, not the hit anyway. Then it's going to be 3s to wound, because they're strength 5. Any 6s are an extra rend. We didn't get any extra rend. They're usually minus... Oh, crap. They're usually -1, but because of the Space Marine armor, there is no rend, so it's just going to be a 3-up Space Marine save. They take a wound. So I'll just put it on this Mark III Marine. But here. So that's those guys shot. I'm going to shoot that back Devilfish into these Marines. So it's -1 to hit, so it's going to be 5s. So we got 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. So it's 1 wound. They get +1 to their save. I think it's a 2-up because they ignore rend as well. The Space Marines are fine. Then this Devilfish is going to put his burst cannons and smart missile systems into this Marine squad. So I'll do the smart missile systems. Hitting on, what is it, 4s. That is 2 hits. 2 misses, sorry. Then it's wounding on 3s. So it's 4. It's -1, but they ignore it, so it's just a 3-up save. Damn! They passed 3, they failed 1, so I do take a wound off that last Marine. Okay guys, so burst cannon into those Marines. It's 8 dice sitting on 4s. Pretty decent. Strength is 6. Technically a strength 7, but it's 3s. Strength 7 because of my Tau Sept. Not too bad. It's -1, but Marines know because of their power armor. So it's just a 3-up save. They fail once, they take a wound. I will put it on the regular Marine and not the Sarge. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Another thing I forgot. They lost 1, but because of leadership 8, they couldn't fail the morale check. Either could the company vets. Well, technically he didn't die anyway, but there we are. Okay. Right, so there's that. Not doing too well. We haven't even taken out 1 squad yet. I literally think the only thing I got left to shoot is my freaking broadside. Oh no, I got missile pod drones as well, I guess. What do I want to do though? My broadsides, I'm going to do the rail rifle. I kind of need these gone though. What am I more scared of? Melter or plasma? melt them. So I'm going to do everything into these guys because I'm scared. Okay? So the rare rifle and the missiles. I'll tell you what, I'll chuck... There's 3 wounds. Can I do 3 wounds? I'm scared. I'm doubting. Yeah, I'll do everything into those Marines. So I'll do the 2 missile pod drones. Hitting on 5s. That's why we put everything into the Marines. Those Marines. Then I've got the 2 ray rifle shots. Hitting on 4s. Nice. Strength a lot. That's going to matter. Yeah, so the rare rifle is strength 9, so 2s do wound. It's -4, -3 because of marine power armor. 6 is the save. They fail both of those, and it's like D3 plus 3 damage or something like that. Okay guys, so I've done all the shooting for the Tau. Did take out that last unit, so I'm going to attempt to charge my Devilfish into those guys, because if I could tie up the plasma, I think that would be pretty decent. So stops all that plasma fire coming in. Space Marine turn 2. So I'm going to attempt that. It's an 11-inch charge from the Devilfish to them. So I'm just going to see. I'll spend my CP for the Space Marines. So I'll be down to 6, 7, 8. 8 command points on the Space Marines. I'm not going to bother overwatching. I'm not going to bother overcharging. So I'm just going to shoot 6 shots with plasma into the Devilfish. Hit on 6s. Because I would have lost the Marine there if I did overcharge. So it's 1 hit. Strength 7, I believe it's toughness 7, so on a 4. It wounds, it's -3. So 6 up. It fails, so it just takes a wound. And then I'm just going to make a charge. I need an 11. It's -1 to this as well, so I technically need a 12. I'm going to CP it, see what happens. Nah, 9 CP for the Tau. And the Devilfish takes a wound. Okay guys, so I failed the charge of the Devilfish. It's on 12 wounds now. And that's pretty much the end of Tau turn 1. So they score 3 points because they hold all 3 objectives. For kind of like the sum up of the turn, I did manage to kill one of my targets. But unfortunately I still got the 3 plasma to deal with. So they're going to have 3 plasma and all the other stuff that's coming in, like Terminators and the Assault Marines. So we'll see how that goes. I do still have my Crisis Suits to Deep Strike as well, so hopefully they can come in at the right time. So Tower on 3 points and Space Marine on 3 points. So I'll be back now in just a sec with Space Marine turn 2. Okay guys, so it's Space Marine turn 2. I'm just going to sum up my movement. I moved the company vet forward into the crater, so they have light cover by there. I left my captain, my lieutenant, and everything else by here still. I shifted the assault marine slightly back to cover the... because I know that Tower have got the crisis suits coming down, so I kind of wanted to screen a bit. Then I did the same with this squad, so I moved them slightly back. They couldn't see anything anyway, so I just moved them back slightly, preparing for the crisis suits. That's why I left the captain and lieutenant there with all this. Plus, they're giving everyone reroll 1s and stuff, so I left them there. And then once I'd done all that movement, I deep striked my last units. So I got the assault squad with the 2 heavy chainswords, and then I've got my Terminators. I've plopped down by there. They look freaking awesome with the company vets. And also I've still got my drop pods rocket launcher as well. So that's my movement, guys. Oh, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned it, I got a command point, so I'm on 9 CP now with the Space Marines. Okay guys, Space Marine shooting. Sorry, I've been on a bit of a break. What I decided to do, I'm going to try and focus my fire on the broadside first, and then we'll see where we're at from there. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot a rocket from my tackle marines into the broadside. So I'm hitting on a 3+. I get to roll 1s because of my captain. It hits, it's strength 8. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm in tactical doctrine now. So rapid fire and assault are an extra AP. So strength 8 is 3s to wound because I'm toughness 5. So as I hit, it's -2. So it's a 4-up save for the broadside. But does he say? I'm going to take this on a drone. So 6 up. And a 5th. So I lose a drone. Boom. I'm going to shoot my heavy bolters into the broadside. Now, I'm going to shoot 3 of them normally. And then, and then I want to see if I'm going to do a flat missile or not with the other one. So all of them are going into the broadside, okay? Just in case these 3 heavy bolters do it, okay? So they are all going into him. I'm just doing one of them differently. So hitting on a 3+, I get to reroll 1s, but I got 4 2s. So I'm just going to Master Artisan one of those. Lol. I forgot actually, I'm hitting on 4s because he's in the tree. So sorry, it's 4s to hit. I don't think I did that. So apologies. I can't remember what I rolled for the rocket launcher. So sorry for that. So yeah, I'm hitting on 4s because he's in the trees. Then it's strength 5 against toughness 5, so it's 4s. So it's 3 wounds. Oh, I get to roll 1s because of my lieutenant. So it's 4 wounds. It's -1. So I'll take it on the drone on a 5-up. I'm gonna CP it. Damn it. So the tower on 6, 7, 8 CP. Then it's -1, so 3-up saves then for the broadside. Ooh, so he fails. He got 1, but he fails 2. So that is 4 damage. So 4 damage. He's got 8, so I'll leave him on 4. Okay, Q. Then I'm going to do my last shot. I'm going to spend the CP, so it'll leave me on 8 as well with the Space Marines. I'm going to forego my sergeant shooting to hit on a 2+. I hit? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Because I'm technically... It's -1, so it's a 2 and a hit. And it does D3 mortal wounds. 2. I'm happy with that number. So it'll take my broadside then to 2 wounds. Then I shall shoot my company vets. So I'm going to do the 3 plasma, not overcharged. Oh, I forgot I have a drone. Sorry guys, I'm going to go back. I'm going to take the mortal wounds on the drone. Sorry, I cheated. Yeah, I'll just do that. So the Hellfire round went on the drone. Then I'll do the company vets next. So my broadside's on 4 wounds. Sorry, I did backtracked. Then the company vets are going to shoot the broadside. I can do the bolt pistol though from the sergeant into the Pathfinders. So I'll do that first. Hitting on a 3. I'm not going to artisan reroll that. Right. So they're in rapid fire range. So there's 2 shots each. So 6 plasma shots altogether. Because he's got 4 wounds now, I am going to overcharge. I hope I don't die. So, yeah. Oh, should I? Yeah, we'll do it. So, yeah, I am overcharging. So I'm hitting on 4s. Okay. Which freaking sucks. Because I just realised. So, that's a 2. These 2, though, are 1s. What did I spend? So I'm going to spend a CP to reroll 1, and then I'm going to master artisan the other one, okay? So that was going to leave me on 7 command points with the Space Marines. Hit it on 4s. Okay, so that becomes a 2, so that's a fail, but I still get 4 through, and none of my Marines die. So strength 8, so I'm wounding on 3s. Nice, 4 wounds. These are -4. So it's going to be a 6 up. Even if it is a 5 up, it's still 6. It's still 4 damage, so that's enough to kill the broadside. Boop. And then, okay, so we've got 1 target down for the Space Marine turn. Then I've got the Terminators that can shoot. Thing is, I still got these Assault Marines, so if I can charge them into the Pathfinders. Like, I don't want to gun down all the Pathfinders with my Terminators because they'll have nothing to charge. And if they're in combat, just tying up a unit. But if I can kill the unit... What is it? There's a lot of shots. Because there's a rapid fire 2 for Storm Bolter. Yeah, I'll tell you what then. I'm going to do my Terminators into the Pathfinders. So there's 4 of them with Storm Bolters. So 16 dice. Hitting on 3s. I'll save the Artisan reroll for the Assault Cannon. So get rid of all these. They are Strength 4. So it's Toughness 3, so it's 3s. Get rid of those. I believe... give me 2 seconds. Okay guys, so what I decided to do, 5 wounds have gone through. So I'm going to roll them 3 at a time. Because my recon drone has got 3 wounds, I'm going to start off with him to take them off now, okay? So he has a 4-up save, then -1. So 5s. So he gets 1. He has 1 wound left. The next one. That kills the recon drone. And then I'll take it on the one that doesn't affect charges. It's the one that extends the... I think it's this one. It extends the range of guns, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to take it on that. That drone's fine. Then I'm going to shoot my Assault Cannon into the Pathfinders. Okay, so the Assault Cannon, it's 6 shots. I'm hitting on 4s because I technically move when I deep strike. Hit it on 4s. Or I'll Master Artisan reroll this. Nice, so they all hit. Strength 6, so it's going to be... Oh no, yeah, it's 2's to wound because they're only Toughness 3. They all wound. Then... Right. Oh, sorry, my recon drone's dead. Cheated. I forgot to remove it. So I'm going to take them both. I'm going to do 2 at a time on my drones. So it's -1, so it's a 5-up. 1 drone dies. 5-up. Drone dies. And then it's going to be a 6-up for the other Pathfinders. They fail, so 2 drones and 3 Pathfinders die. I'm not going to take the rare rifles, I'm just going to take 1, 2, 3. 3 marker light. Okay. So that's my Terminator shot. I think that's all my shooting. Oh no, I still got my rocket launcher. Drop pod's going to go into the Pathfinders as well. So my drop pod's not going to shoot this 12 inches, so it's out of range of the Pathfinders. So that's all my shooting. I'm going to attempt to charge with my Assault Marines first. I'm going to charge them into the Pathfinder. Because they're behind the building, they don't have line of sight, so they can't overwatch. So I'm 9 inches away from them. What's that, a 5? Oh, so I need a 10 inch, sorry, because of the twist. 5, 6, 7, yep. So I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll CP that. That dice was a bit cocked. I'm gonna roll it. Okay, so that's a 9, so that's a fail. I'll get rid of that. The company vets are in 11 inches because of the twist, so I'm gonna might as well have a sneaky look. I'm not gonna bother spending a CP for Overwatch. 10. No, I was 1 shy. It's a shame, really. See the twists freaking screw me over. Oh, you guys, it just does a measuring. My Terminators are actually it's going to be they're 10 away, but it's going to be 11 inch charge because of the twist. So I'm going to just try and do it with the terms. No, they fail. So that's all that's Space Marine turn 2, guys. They score another 3 points because they hold all 3 of their objectives. So I'll take them up to 6 points. So that's what the CP is looking like. So Space Marines have got 6, Tau have got 8. And that's the CP at the end of Space Marine turn 2. Okay guys, so welcome to Tau turn 2. So what I've done, I rolled my Ethereal Center Stone. So that's gone off. I've done my Nova Reactor. This is in my command phase now. So I rolled beneath a 9. So I still have my Nova Reactor. What I've done for my Nova Reactor, I've given my Ion Cannon extra shot. So it's heavy D8 now instead of heavy D6. And I've done sense of stone, so everything within 6 that it's a core has a 5 or 6 I feel no pain. If it's relevant, I'll bring it up. So those are the 2 abilities gone off. I also can have a command point. Movement wise, because of the strong wind, everything moves 1 less. So I moved my Pathfinders 5 to here. They got line of sight on the Assault Marines. I moved my Devilfish to there. Crap. My Riptide hasn't moved, he's just holding objective. I've moved my Fire Warriors around the corner so they can see now, backed up by my Ethereal and the Fireblade. And I've left the Devilfish and the Breachers inside the Devilfish, but there. And then finally I deep striked my Crisis Suits over there with their drones. Right, so my kind of game plan for Tau now at the moment is to clear my front here. So deal with the Terminators, the Company Vets, and the Assault Marines. The reason those guys I put them there is so they're behind a ruined wall, so they're -1 to hit, and it's kind of like to put a threat on the Space Marines. So I'm gonna, depending how shooting goes, I'm probably gonna shoot them last, so I can either send shots this way or on the Space Marine objectives to stop them scoring points. The reason I move my Devilfish here, because it might not be a good idea, but I might charge it into both units to tie it up for the turn. I am a bit hesitant to send it into the Terminators because of the Power Fists and Chain Fists, and they're quite scary. So I might just send them into their Company Vets, because they've only got chain swords, but they do have a lot of attacks. So I think my main focus is going to be the Assault Marines and the Terminators, and then I could just send the Devilfish into the Company Vets then with Plasma. I'm going to shoot my Pathfinders first. So so the leadership 8 and they lost 2, and the drones don't count to morale, so even if I roll a 6 it'll be an 8, so they can't fail the morale. Well, everything's going into the Tactical Marine Squad. Okay, so I got 3 carbines, so it's 6 shots hitting on 4s. Yeah, hitting on 4s. Cool, I got 2 hits. They have strength 6 because of my Tau Sept. Wounding on 3s. 6 gives me extra rend. Nope, but it's still 2 wounds, so 3 up save for the Marines. And they get them both. Then I got 3 rare rifle shots. They're hitting on 5s because I moved and they're a heavy weapon. I'm going to CP one of those. Okay. I'm back down to 6, 7, 8. Strength 8, 2. Oh, that freaking hurts a lot. That freaking sucks. The Pathfinders did nothing against the Assault Marines. My Devilfish is going to put everything into the Assault Marines. So I'll start off with his missile pod drones. Hitting on 4s. Oof, not rolling the best. Damn. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. It's -1. But Space Marines ignore that, so it's just a straight up save. They get it. It's 8 shots going into the thing from the burst cannon, hitting on 4s. Oof, 3 hits. Well, it's better than the rockets, I guess. Strength, I think it's like 3s. 3 wounds. There's no AP, so all 3 of those save. Crap. Right. So it's not going well so far. My Fireblade has an ability. You can pick a core unit and you can give them reroll 1s. So I'm going to do that with my Fire Warriors so they get reroll 1s. 6s to hit. Score an additional hit with pulse weapons, which they have. And then 6s to wound, have a -1 rend because of my Tau set. So I'm going to put 20 shots into the Company Vets. They do have light cover because they're in the hole, if you want to call it. I can't remember. Crater. So it's 20 shots. So I'm hitting on 4s. I get to reroll 1s because of my Fireblade. Cool. Get rid of all these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 hits so far, but because there's 2 6s, an extra 2 go back in. So it's 12. Then it's strength 5. so they're toughness 4, so it's going to be 3s, 6s, do an extra rend. We got 7 with no rend and 2 with 1 rend because of the Space Marine armor. It would usually be -2 because of the Space Marine armor. It's just -1. It's light cover as well, so I believe that's +1 to your save. They have the decrease rend by 1, and then light cover gives them +1. So there's technically no rend to this because they're in cover. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I might as well just roll them all at once. Okay. So it's going to be a 3-up save. No, I shouldn't have done that. So it's -1 rend. So they technically have a 2-up save against those. Alright, sorry. No, I have to roll these. So this is the rend. So it's going to be 3s for these. They fail 1. Right. It's -1 +1. Yeah. So it's a wound so far. I'll put that on the Sarge. And then these are going to be 2s. And they get all those. So it's just 1 wound on the Sergeant who's going to put on, which is the guy with a chainsaw with a pistol. My Fireblade, he's going to shoot, but so my marker drone is going to put a mark light on the Terminators, so like he's performing an action. And then my Fireblade is got to shoot his rifle into the Marines. So it's hitting on. Oh, there's definitely 2 hits. It's strength 5, so it's 3s. There's no reroll of that. So it's 1 hit. It's -2, but Marines ignore cover by 1. They know 1 rend because of their armor, and then they get +1 to their save. So it's a straight up 3-up save, and they get it. Ooh, Marines are cover, very durables. That back Devilfish, she's going to just do missiles into the company vets, hitting on 5s because they're not in line of sight. Still pretty good. Wounding on 3s. 3 hits. It would be -1. It does ignore cover, but because it's just a 3-up save basically because of the armor. So they don't get the benefit of cover, but because of their armor, they ignore the range, so it's a 3-up anyway. So they pass 2, they fail 1, and the Sergeant dies. Do I want to CP it? Not really. No, I'm not. I'll just let the Sarge die. Then I've got my Riptide. My Riptide is going to put everything into the freaking Terminators. Rockets and his big gun. Okay. So let me have a look what that looks like. Okay guys, so I'll do my rockets first. These are hitting on 4s. Not too bad. They are strength 5, so it's 3s. It's 3 wounds. They are -1, but it's +1 because of armor. So they have a 2-up save. I'll CP that. Nice. Okay. So Space Marines are on 5 wounds now, okay? So the longer I keep my Terminators alive, the more of a nuisance they can be, because they got alright shooting against Tau Infantry, and they're pretty good in combat. Right, big gun time. So that's 8 shots now because of my Nova Reactor. But I'm not going to overcharge this, just because there's no point, because it does flat 3 damage anyway, and they only have 3 wounds, and it's strength 8? I thought it was slightly bigger strength, but it's not. So what I'm going to do, I am going to overcharge this weapon, so it's strength 8. So it's going to be 4s. That's a pretty good roll, freaking heck. Have I spent a CP to re-roll anything? I can't remember, so I'm not gonna. So all hit, pretty impressive. Then it's going to be 2s because I overcharged. Well, we do drop another one there. Nice. Okay, so 6 wounds on the Terminators. So it's -3, but because of their power armor, it's -2. So they're looking, and they have a 2-up save, so they're looking for 4s. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I think that's a squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can't CP because I'm pretty sure I CP'd for something dumb. Yeah, I CP'd the wound. Yeah. So they pass 1, and that's 3 damage each shot. So that kills the Terminators. Ooh boy, Riptide's still scary. Damn. Okay, so that's one big threat dealt with. That's one objective done for the Tau. Okay. What am I going to do? Those crisis suits, my drones, the marker drones, I'm going to put one marker light into the tactical marines, but there in the forest, and I'm going to put another marker light into the assault marines in the building. So that's their action. And then I'm going to put all their rockets from that squad into the marines in the forest. Okay guys, so it's going to be 16 attacks from missile pod attacks from those guys into the tactical marine squad there. So sitting on 5s because the marines are in the trees, okay? 5s. Well, this looks pretty decent. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Okay, they are strength 7. So it's going to be 3s to wound. Ooh, okay, we kind of lost it there a bit. So a missile pod is -2, but because they're space marines, it's only -1, so they have a 4-up save. That's 2 dead marines. I'll just take 2 tactical marines, like so. So there's 2 marker lights now. Well, in the next turn, if they stay still, there's going to be marker lights on those 2. It would be a marker light on the freaking Terminators, but the freaking Riptide dealt with them. So I'm going to do a charge. My Devilfish is going to charge the company vets. Okay? I'm going to spend a CP to Overwatch, and I'm going to overcharge as well. So it's going to be 6 shots. 2, 3, 6. So 6 shots going in from them into the Devilfish. Hopefully this doesn't go bad. Okay, so we fail those 2. They're just 2 2s. Fail that one because that's just a miss. I'm going to artisan reroll this one. Okay, it's a 2. So it misses, but it doesn't kill us either. Strength 8, so it's going to be 3s. 2 wounds. It's -4. So, is it -4? Yeah guys, it's -4 because it's Tactical Doctrine and the rapid fire weapons. So it takes, and it's only got a 3-up save, so it takes a flat 4 damage. So it goes from 12 to 8. Ooh. And then it gets to make a charge. Freaking heck, I got a freaking roll. It does, and we're just going to tag those marines, like so. So that's all my charges. Then it's moving on to combat. My Devilfish will attack. So the Devilfish is still not bracketed, so it's got 3 attacks. Hitting on 6s, nothing. Then we've got the company vet. Sergeant's dead. I need to see how many wounds the company vet has. 4 attacks each. They have 2 base, and then one for being charged, and 1 for the chainsword. So it's 12 attacks, 3s. Artisan reroll. That goes away. They have strength 4, so it's 5s and 6s to wound. Ooh, none. Friggin' one tough Devilfish. So that's the end of the combat. That's the end of Tau turn 2. They are scoring an additional 3 points. So at the end of turn 2, Tau are on 8 command points and 6 points. The Space Marines are on 4 command points and 6 points. So it's a draw so far. That's turn 2. So I'll be back now in just a sec for turn 3 for the Space Marines. For Space Marine turn 3, I've done my movement. I did get a command point, but I had to spend it because I did do an advance. So I'm back on 4 CP. So I advanced both my lieutenant and my captain. So my captain originally rolled a 1, but I re-rolled and I got a 5. So that's what I spent my CP on. So I move 11 because of the twist. And also lowered my advance roll by 1. I moved 15 with my cap and 14 with my lieutenant because he just rolled 1 below him. I left my assault marines and tactical marines and my devs where they are because I still need them for me to score points. Luckily I scored the end of the turn, so kind of my idea is it's looking a bit weak over there by the trees,
but hopefully we can hold out a bit longer until my captain and lieutenant get stuck in there. Over here, I did decide to just fly over. I moved 11. I got here. I'm now, I think it's like an 8-inch charge. I'm 7 away, but because of the twist, it's 8. I know it's rough ground, but they have jump packs they can fly, so that doesn't matter. The overall idea is charge them into the Riptide, tie it up for a turn. Kion is active now, so it can back out and shoot, but it's a -1 penalty. I can't remember what else Kion does. I think 6s give you extra shots as well, I believe. I believe the Space Marines will be controlling that then, because they have more on the objective. I'm not sure if they changed what a monster's worth or anything like that, so I'm just going to assume the Space Marines hold that. I'll double check the rules when the time comes. I want to tie it up anyway and see if I can do some wounds with the big chainswords, so either way. And then I'm just hoping my captain and lieutenant can get to those suits. I'm not sure what I want to do in Tau turn 2 with those suits yet. And I left them in combat with the terrible fish, because I didn't see a point of backing them out because they were in cover. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot a rocket from the Tactical Marines into the Reptide, hitting on a 3. I am going to artisan reroll that. That freaking sucks. Okay, heavy bolters. So like before, I'm going to do 3 heavy bolters, and then I'm going to do the heavy bolter, hitting on a 2+, doing D3 more wounds. So it's 9 shots first of all. Before I'm hitting on 4s. I'll save my artisan reroll for the mortal wounds one. Still pretty good hits. It's strength 5, but it's toughness 7, so it's going to be 5 and 6 to wound. Luckily, I do get 2 wounds. Okay, guys, just to let you know, I'm swapping to Assault Doctrine, okay? Because it's turn 3, I can choose either Tactical or Assault. I haven't really got much for rapid fire. I've got 2 wounds so far. I got 4 CP. I do have an artisan reroll for the... I'm gonna... What is it, a 5? What else am I shooting at it? Nothing really. Charge is a different phase. I'm gonna CP it, see if I can get it. 1 off, I don't. So I'm on 3 CP now with the Space Marines. Boom. So I got 2 wounds. It's -1, so it's a 3-up save. Again, I'm going to CP that with the Tau. And still fails. So Tau is on 7 CP. Does 2 damage to the Riptide. So my Riptide's on 7 wounds. Then I'm going to do the 1 shot. I'm going to forgo my Sergeant shooting. So because it's -1 to hit, I'm technically hitting on a 3 now, okay? I get to reroll because I'm Master Artisan, and I'm spending the CP for this as well. Right, it hits, so I'll actually be on 2 CP because I'm using the Hellfire round. It hits, and it does D3 mortal wounds. Hoping for a big number. Nice, it does the big 3. Now, I didn't have my Nova shield on, I had my Nova cannon on, so I had the extra shots instead of the 5-up save. So, unfortunately for the Riptide, I do take 3 wounds. That will leave me on 4. I'll shoot a rocket and a bolt gun from those Tactical Marine squads into that. I'll do the bolt gun first. Hitting on 3, no, it's -1. Because of the wall. So as a hit, 5s and 6s. Nah, nothing. Rocket launcher, hitting on a 4. I'll artisan reroll it. Hits, it's strength 8, 3. That's a fail. I believe they just have heavy swords. I don't think they have a bolt pistol on Battle Scribe, so I'm just doing 3 bolt pistol shots into the Pathfinders. So I'm hitting on 3s. Artisan reroll. Alright. 3's go strength 4. 2 wounds. It's -1, so it's a 6-up save. That's 2 fail saves. That's 2 dead Pathfinders. 1, 2. The reason I haven't been doing morale checks, for example, for those Marines, is because they're leadership 8 and they can't fail. Right, so there's that. That's my shooting phase. So I'm going to do a charge phase now. So I'm going to do a charge from these Assault Marines into the Riptide. I am going to spend a CP to Overwatch with my Riptide. So Tau we're now on 6 CP. So I'll do the rockets first. Rockets hitting on 6s. Got 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. It's -1, but the Space Marines, so they have a 3-up save. Ooh, that kills. That kills. I need to see if they're actually 1 or 2 damage. It's just 1 damage, guys, so it just kills a Marine. Then I've got the heavy gun. I still have my 8 shots. I'm not bothering to overcharge this because I'm on low wounds and it's not really worth. So it's 8 shots hitting on 6s. We do get 2. Strength is 7, so it's wounding on 3s. It's 2 wounds. It is minus. It's -3, but it's -2 because of the armor. So I'm looking for. What am I looking for? -3, -2. So 5 up. So I save 1, I fail 1. So it strikes 2 or 3 damage, or kills another Marine. But that's all I shoot in. So I am going to attempt to charge now. I need 8. That's a fail. I'm going to spend a CP, so I'll take me down to 1. Perfect. 6, 7, 8. But I am on 1 CP. Okay, so there's that. So I'm just going to have a look at what their attacking stats are like. Sergeant has 2 attacks, and the guy has 1 attack. But they both get +1 for the charge, so it's 5 attacks with the big chainswords. It's -1 to hit though, so I'm hitting on 4s. I'll artisan reroll that. Damn it. It's strength 7, because it gives me +3 strength. So I'm wounding on 4s. That freaking sucks. So I got 1 through, it's -4, but the Riptide is a 4-up save. And he gets it. Then I have a regular chainsword, which will be 3 attacks, 1 for the charge, 1 for the chainsword, hitting on 3s. All hits, wounding on 5 and 6s. Nothing from that. Attack with the Devilfish, hitting on 5s. Hitting on 6s, there's nothing. I'll attack back with those Marines, so they haven't charged this turn. So they have 2 attacks and 1 for the chainsaws. They have 3 attacks each, so 3, 6, 9 attacks. 3s. Do an artisan reroll. Strength 4, toughness 7, so 5 and 6s. Yeah. It's -2 now because of the chainsword, because I'm in Assault Doctrine. So it's going to be a 5-up save. And the Devilfish gets on a 6. Boom. Then my Riptide is going to hit the Assault Marines back. My Riptide is on its bottom bracket, so he has 4 attacks. Hitting on 5s. Gets 2 hits. He's strength 6, so he's wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. I don't believe there's any rend to this, so it's just a flat save, and they save it. Those Pathfinders only lost 2, the leadership 8, so I'd have to do a morale check for them. There was nothing else lost, just did some damage to the Riptide. For the Space Marine points, because these guys are holding it, I believe they're holding it, there's 3 of them and there's only 1 model and they're core, so I take it the objective belongs to the Assault Marines, so that will technically score them an additional 2 points. So Space Marines, at the end of Space Marine turn 3, they'll be on 1 command point, Tau will be on 6, Space Marine will be on 11, Tau will be on 6. So the Space Marines were on 6, so it's 7, 8, 9. And then this is worth 2 because it's the enemy's one, so it'll be 10, 11. So welcome to Tau turn 3. So first I left the Devilfish where it was, I left it in combat. I advanced the Pathfinders, 5. So they move 5 plus the 4, because it's technically 4 because of the twist. So they moved 9 altogether and they got there, so they're now holding that objective at the moment. So there's 4 of them and there's only 3 Tactical Marines plus the Riptide. So it's back to owning by the Tau. I left my Riptide in combat so he can shoot in combat. He's going to be at -1, but it's still some shooting. I did his Nova Reactor charge thing. I rolled a 4, so it's still not burnt out, so that's lucky for the Riptide. So I can do it again next turn. I did my Center Stone with my Ethereal. I got a 6. So there's a 6-up Feel No Pain, or 5-up Feel No Pain. I advanced my Ethereal there, He's in within 3 of that objective. I had to advance him because he didn't have enough movement to get to the objective to hold it. So now he's fine. So he's within 3 of that objective. He's holding it. I moved my fire warriors. I advanced them. I'm hiding behind this row in here because I wasn't quite sure what else to do with them. I didn't want to get them picked off by heavy bolters or whatever. I tucked in my fire blade as well. I advanced this devilfish with the breaches in. They're still in there. So it moves 11 because of the twist. I got a 6. So it technically moved 15 because of the twist, and I flew over the building, landed there. And then I moved my crisis suits their 9-inch movement, which got them there. The purple dice is there to remind me each of them have got 1 mark light on them from those 2 drones. I'm still not sure if I want to shoot those units, because I've got a lieutenant and a captain here, and they can do devastating stuff, so I'm not sure if I want to focus fire on them or pick those 2 off those objectives. But if I take out those 2 units, it lowers the Marines holding power 4 objectives, so I might end up shooting at those 2. So Kion is active now turn 3, so I can back out and shoot with a -1 to hit. And if I'm within 12 and I haven't fall back, and a unit's not in engagement range, I can 6s to hit, score additional hits. Right, so at the moment it's not really affecting much because my broadside is tied up, as is the devilfish. Those guys up there can't see anything. That devilfish is out of 12 range for everything. I also forgot to shoot my drop out of that. Yeah, so that's out of 12 to shoot anything. The only thing that's within 12, I've got 2 crisis suits. The 2 crisis suits are in range 12 of those guys, so they will be getting extra hits on 6s, so I'll have to roll them separately, which is kind of perfect because I want to do half the unit into that squad and half the unit into that squad. I'll start off with my devilfish. I'll shoot that. I completely forgot it can shoot. So this is the rockets. I'm hitting on 5s because I'm in combat. It's -1 to hit. I'm still not bracketed, so I'm hitting on 5s. 3s. 3 wounds. It's -1. We don't care. I lose a wound. Do I want to CP it? Not really. I'll save my CP for something important, like an Overwatch or something. So I'll put it on this guy with the red stripe on his helmet. The heavy burst cannon is 8 shots, hitting on 5s. 2, 3 hits. Nothing. So that's that shot. So I measure my burst cannon. That's out of range to shoot, but however, I am going to shoot. I'm not sure if I shoot, do I lose my marker light? Because I've got 1 marker light in each unit. I'll tell you what, just to be safe, I'm going to shoot my crisis suits first, because I'm not sure if I have to use this straight away and I can't be asked to read it. So those crisis suits are going to shoot first. I'm going to do a marker light from those 2 drones. I'm going to do 1 marker light into the captain, 1 marker light into the lieutenant. And then the front 2 crisis suits are going into the tactical marines. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8 shots from those guys into those guys. Hitting on 4s because of the marker light. Nice. Freaking heck. Well, the marker light got an extra hit. Then it is strength 7, so it's going to be... Alright, I've done something wrong here. So when I've looked back at the footage, I got 2 6s in there, so that's 2 additional hits. Alright, also because I'm within 12 and it's an assault weapon, it's technically strength 8, so these will be wounding on 2s. I'm going to CP one of those. So tower down to 5 CP. Okay. So that is 6, 7 wounds, the -2. It's technically -1 because they're in cover, so the Space Marine's looking for 4s. Right, 1, 2, 3. So there's only 3 left. Even with a reroll, they're dead. So Space Marine just got blown up. Then the other half of the Tau crisis suit unit is going into these guys. So same again, it's going to be 2, 4, 8, hitting on 3s because of the marker light. Okay. Now these are strength 7 now because they're not close enough, so it'll be 3s. So it's 3 wounds, it's -2, +1 for the save, +1 for the cover, and they ignore rend by -1, so it works out as a 3+ save. They get all but 1. Right, it might be done, but I'm going to CP it, my last CP with the Space Marines, just because I'm going to need every man, I think. Yeah, I get it. So no one dies, and that's the mark light gone. Okay, then the Devilfish. I'm going to shoot some rockets into my captain. So it's going to be 8 shots. They don't need line of sight, but they are -1 to hit now because I'm like that. Hitting on 5. Through 2 hits. Bugger off. Sorry. I wasn't paying up. Sorry guys, I had 2 hits. I didn't roll my camera. Yeah, 2 hits. Strength 5, so it's 3s. I get +1 because that's just how the rockets work now. And rend. Armor Indomitus? I'm fine. It's like something gives me a 6 up Feel No Pain or a 5 up Feel No Pain. It's one of my relics. So that's fine, didn't take any wounds from that. What else have I got left to shoot? They can't shoot anything because they're out of range or they're in combat. So I'm going to shoot my Riptide into these guys. So I'm going to do my missile pods first. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned, but the Nova Reactor thing I went for was the extra shots again. It's because I'm on my bottom bracket with my Riptide. I'm hitting on 6s now, okay? And Kion's not working for me because I'm engaged in combat. Okay, so 2, 3s, it's 2 wounds. They pass them both. Then I've got the heavy gun. I do not know. I'm not going to overcharge because I'll probably die. That would have done 3 more wounds to me, so yeah, that was a good choice. Hitting on 6s, 1 hit. This is strength 7. 3 wounds, it's -4. 6 up save. Dead Marine. So I'll just take the last regular chainsword guy. Once again, guys, I didn't do morale because they couldn't fail. Morale doesn't seem to be much of an issue in this game, especially when you take little squads. Right, so that's all of Tau shooting. So it's just combat now. So I believe it's the defender's turn. So the Space Marines will go first. So I'll start off with these guys. There's 3 attacks for the big chainswords. 3s. Master Artisan. Damn it. 4s. 1 wound. -4 up in one. It's fine. The Devilfish would target hitting the Marines. So it's got 3 attacks, 6 A's. Ooh. Freaking heck. Yeah, it's probably one, yeah. They're fine. Because there's no rend or anything. They have a 3 up save. Right. The Space Marines were hit back. So they have 3 attacks each. Going with the 9. Because they have 2 attacks standard and a chainsword. So hitting on 3s. That is weird dice. Master Artisan. Missed. So that's 5s and 6s to wound the thing. I forgot I was an extra rend as well. This is -2. -2. 5 up save. It fails, it takes a wound. So it's on 7 wounds now. Oh, we're slowly getting there. Okay. Then the Riptide gets to hit the Assault Marines. So the Riptide has 4 attacks, weapon skill 5+. Didn't get any. So that's the end of Tau turn 3. They are scoring 1, 2, 3 points. So that will take them up to 9. At the end of turn 3, Tau are on 5 command points and on 9 points. Space Marine on 0 command points and they're on 11 points. Right, okay guys, Space Marines turn 4. I did gain a command point, but I freaking had to use it for a reroll. So I advanced, so I moved my Assault Marines from here, I moved them 11 to that objective, so I'm holding that objective. Then I wanted to advance my devs, so they moved 5. Then I advanced them, but I rolled a 1, so I technically rolled nothing. So I spent my command point to reroll it, and I got a 6, so I technically moved 5. So I moved 10, and they got me to there on that objective. So I'm still holding all 3 objectives. Now, this is the turn of sacrifice for the jetpack units. What I mean by that, my captain is now facing off against these crisis suits. He is going to stand there and charge them and hopefully don't die. And he's just going to hold them, because there's only 2 turns left, this turn and next turn. And he's going to hopefully hold them there. Then my lieutenant, because he hasn't got a storm shield, he's gone for the freaking devilfish, and I kind of just want to hold up the devilfish, maybe do a sneaky plasma pistol shot, hit it with a thunder ammo a couple of times, see what the score is with that, maybe get the breaches out of the vehicle. I have no idea what a thunder hammer can do, or, I mean, maybe. So that's basically it. Tie these 2 units up. I know they can back out and shoot, but that's the only best thing I can think of. So like, to hold the objectives, because we're still in the lead with the Space Marines at the moment, because it's 11-9, so there's 2 points in it, just because I did a sneaky capture with the Assault Marines. Sneaky Assault Marines captured this age before. I left them in combat with the Riptide. Maybe you can take the last 2 wounds off, I doubt it, but you never know. They're also in combat. So if I can just hold the fire off the guys, so if I can just hold the objectives, I don't even have to keep Tau off theirs, I just have to keep them off the Space Marine ones. I can win that way, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my objective, is just to hold the line and hold them back. So this is the time for sacrifice, Captain, Lieutenant, and Assault Marines. I can't shoot my freaking devs because they advanced them. I'm going to shoot a rocket from this guy into the, what's it called? Crisis suits. Hit it on a 3+. Boom. Strength 8. Damn it. I got 2 pistols that are in range of those, so I'll just shoot 2 pistols. Ah, yeah. Didn't even have to master artisan. 5s and 6s. Freaking heck. So it's 2 pistol shots, -1. I'm going to take them on the 2 marker drones. My brain. It's a 4 save, but it's -1. Yeah, so those 2 marker drones die. My lieutenant has a plasma pistol. I am not going to overcharge it, but I am going to do a sneaky shot. I'll do it into the crisis suits, I think. Yeah, I'll do it into the crisis suits. So hitting on a 2, I hit. Strength 7. 3. Oh, he's a lieutenant, he can reroll it for himself. That's a wound. It's minus, I want to say 4, because it's a plasma pistol and it's assault doctrine. So I'm going to take this on a shield drones 4 up in Von. I did it. My lieutenant's going to charge the devilfish. He is not going to, my devilfish is not going to overwatch, because I'm saving that for the cap. He gets in, because he's like literally somewhere but there. Yeah, he's but there, so he can just boop, he's there. It's like 2 steps. Right, so he's charged the devilfish. My captain then is going to charge the crisis suits, but they're going to freaking shoot the crap out of him first. Oh guys, it's this many hitting on 6s. Ah, my brain. Kion. It's 5s now, because it's turn 4. So 5s and 6s do extra. Alright, that's a weird thing. I think it's... let me check that. Yeah, okay, it's just if it scores a hit, so 5s don't hit. So what it is, because it's turn 4 now, Kion gets additional hits on 5s, but Kion says additional hits only if they hit. So I was a bit confused. I was like, yeah, but they don't hit. Do they still get it? But no, they don't. So freaking heck. So there's 6. There's 5 6s, so that's an additional 5 hits. Boom. Kion's scary now. Strength is... it's technically strength 8. now. I need to see what Armor of Indomitus does. Okay guys, so I thought it increases its toughness, but it doesn't, so it's going to be 2s to wound because they're technically strength 8 now. That's a fail, that's a fail. So it's -2, but because it's a Space Marine, it's only -1, and because of Armor of Indomitus, I have a 2-up save, so I technically have a 3-up save here. Crap. That's not good. Okay. So I pass 4. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. Freaking heck. It's 8 damage. I do have ignore wounds on 6s. Balls. I failed all my saves. Doubt I have 8 wounds. Let me check. Yeah, guys, because of Armor Indomitus and the other thing I took, I did have an extra 2 wounds, but it was only leaving me on 7, so unfortunately the capo does die. Oh, no, he didn't do anything. Besides giving stuff reroll ones. Right, so that's kind of a big blow to my tactic right there. Yeah, that's not good, is it? So that's scary. Okay guys, so my lieutenant charged the Devilfish. He has 4 attacks. He's -1 to hit, so he's hit on 3s. They all hit. It's strength 8, so it's 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of himself. That's no. That sucks, bro. Yeah, I can't even freaking. Yeah. Disappointing. Disappointing. Okay, guys, so it's -3 because I'm in Assault Doctrine. Devilfish fails both of them, so it does take 6 damage, so that would leave it on. So it's on 13 wounds, take away 6 is 7 wounds. So then it goes back and forth, so I'm going to do the Riptide with his, I want to say 4 attacks. That seems about right. He misses. Okay guys, so the Devilfish is going to hit the Marines back. Wicked, nothing. So I'll start off with the Assault Marines attack and the Riptide. 3 attacks. It falls. That is a wound though, 4-up in 1. He gets it. Those Marines, so 3 attacks each. Hitting on 3s. Well, doesn't reroll. I forgot that with a big chainsword. Out of curiosity, with a big chainsword on the Riptide, nah, I would have failed anyway. 5 d6s. 1 wound, -2. He passes. So that is the end of Space Marine. Oh, technically, no, sorry, that one gets the hit back as well. No, he failed. So that is the end of Space Marines turn 4. So it'll be Tau turn 4 in just a sec. Okay, guys. So for Tau turn 4, I also forgot to mention the Space Marines scored an extra 3 points at the end of their turn, so they're on 14 now. Okay. Right. So what I did, I disembarked the breaches. I disengaged and flew over there with the Devilfish. Left him in combat. Backed my Riptide out because it's -1 to hit anyway. Move my Fire Warriors so I can shoot them with the Pathfinders. And move my Crisis Suits up. So basically deal with these, deal with the Lieutenant, and deal with those. And that should pretty much secure the victory for the Tau. So I'm going to start off over here. So I'm going to do 3 rail rifle shots into those Marines. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. It's like strength 8, 2s. 2 wounds. It's minus. I think it's -4. 6 up. It matters. I'll have to check. Yep, so it is -4. So they needed 6s to survive, and they just killed those 2 Marines with the rail rifles. Moving on to the breaches. So I'm going to just open up fire on the Lieutenant. So it's going to be 20 shots. 5s and 6s do extra hits. So hitting on 4s. Wait, is it 5s? Yes. So we got a few misses. Sorry. That's an actual hit. Get the 4s out of the way. Okay, so then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 extra hits. 3, 6, 7, 8. So technically only missed with 2. They are strength, I want to say 6. So I'm assuming 3s. I'm going to double check to see, because if it's strength 8, I doubt it, but if it is, I'll be wounding on 2s. So let me have a sneaky look. No guys, it's strength 6, so I'll get rid of the 2s. Still a lot of wounds though. Actually it is a strength 7, that doesn't matter. It's also a pulse weapon, so 6s have an extra rend. So these 3 have extra rend. So these are -3, technically -2. So 5 up for the lieutenant. He passes 1 fail, so he's taken 2 wounds. These are -2, technically -1. So he's taken 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe that is enough to kill my lieutenant. So my lieutenant is killed by the breachers. Then my crisis suits are going to shoot into those assault marines, hitting on 4s because they're touching the forest, and it's 5s and 6s do extra hits. Not a great roll. Okay, so we got 1, 4, and then, oh sorry guys, so not a great roll. So all these missed. So it's 1, 4, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra hits. So that kind of brings it back a bit. So only 3 misses technically. Boom. Strength 8 technically, because I'm within 12. Because of my Tau set rate and their assault. So hit it, wounding on 2s. Okay, wounding on 2s. They all wound. They are they're -2 because they're not pulse weapons. So they're -1 technically. So Space Marines have a 4 up save. 1 Marine dead, 2 Marine dead, 3 Marine dead, but they're still alive. So they lose 3 Marines. Pretty good, impressive roll. That Devilfish, he's going to shoot its rockets into the Tactical Marines. It'll be hitting on 5s because he's -1 because he's back out of combat. See if we can finish off those Marines. So the Devilfish into those Assault Marines, hitting on 5s. 2 extra shots. No, wait. Yes, because of Kion. No. That has to be within 12. So no. 2 hits. 3s. It's 2 wounds. 3 up 3. Pass 1, fail 1, they take a wound. So one guy's got 1 wound left, and the other one, so it's total 3 wounds left in that unit. I don't really have anything else to shoot at those Marines, so I might charge them and see if I can beat them up. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I made it. Charging Assault Marines? You mad lad. Nope. I'll bugger off to it. You don't need that, just look cool. And then he goes there, and then there's 3 shield drones. So there's all those attacks. So I need to see how many attacks that actually is. So it's going to be 13 attacks from those Ballast Crisis Suits into those Marines. Weapon skill 5. I need to see actually, does Kion affect this? So I'll have a sneaky look. No, it's just range attacks. Wounding on 3s is 3 wounds. There's no rend. 3 up save. They get it. Those Marines get the hit back. 2 attacks, 3 attacks each, so 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Doesn't reroll. Ooh. Wounding on 5s and 6s. No wounds there. Tower score on that one. So they're both core units, but the Crisis Suits have more in their unit. So they're technically holding that one. So tower scoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're on 9. 9 plus 5 is 14, so they're now drawing with the Space Marines. 14, turn 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Space Marines turn 5, and I'm going to see what I can do against those crisis suits. If I can magically take them out with amazing bolt of fire, maybe I can still be in it. So we'll have a sneaky look. So we're back now in just a sec with Space Marine turn 5. If I take out those crisis suits, like back out these assault marines, maybe shoot a rocket launcher and some heavy bolters at them, I'll gain a CP so I can get to do a hellfire round. Maybe I can take them out. Doubtful, but you never know. Okay guys, I just realised my rocket launcher can't even shoot the crisis suits because it's scared by the building, so that's lol. So I'm going to shoot my heavy bolters at them. I'm going to do, as I normally do, shoot 3 bolters, and then I'll do for the 4th one the hellfire round because I got a CP, so I might as well. Hitting on, so I got 9 dice. Hitting on 3s. No, technically hitting on 4s because they're in the forest. Master Artisan. I failed. Strength 5, toughness 5, so it's 4s to wound. 3 wounds, it's -1. I'm gonna take. I take these on drone. I'm going to take the first 2 on drones, 4 up. They kill those 2 drones. I'll take the last one on drone as well. Yeah, okay. Dude, heavy bolters haven't been bad this game. It's been quite good. Then I'm going to do the hellfire round shot, spending a CP. Master Artisan. Dude. Cool. Okay, so that was a waste of the CP. That's pretty much my shoot then. That's a Space Marine turn. So Space Marines only score 2 points. So I'll take them up to 16. Then I'm not even going to bother playing Tau because they're basically holding the objectives. So Tau are scoring 3, 4, 5 because they hold that objective as well. So that will take them up to 4 plus 5 is 19. Sorry, 14 plus 5 is 19. So I would just be, I mean, there's nothing else I could have done with the Space Marines to take back that objective. All I had were those heavy bolters, and maybe they could have done it, and then, I don't know. There's no point, I'll just be going back and forth and doing some movements, so there's no point of playing Tau turn 5. So at the end of the game, Tau were on 19, and the Space Marines are on 16 points. There was a few rolls that kind of screwed over the Space Marines. I think it was a close game. It was the Terminators getting wiped out. It was when I dropped the drop pod down and I had the melters and the plasma. They didn't really do much. But I don't know what I was expecting. There's a 4-up invuln on a Riptide, but maybe I was expecting a bit better. I was unfortunate on the rolls with the Terminators as well when the Riptide shot back at them. I know it was still a 4-up. I was expecting a few of them to survive because, you know, Chain Fist and Power Fist, it could have made the difference there. Could have charged the Riptide, did some damage. It only had 4 wounds left. My captain dying on the Overwatch charge because of Kion with the extra hits, so that was pretty spicy. I think it was kind of hard because I really didn't have the units. Without them going to waste, like the Salt Marines and the Tactical Marines, they kind of were just stuck in there scoring me points, but I guess it was kind of necessary. I believe I had a decent amount each side to assault. You know, the Tau could have assaulted the Marines could have assaulted the Tau. I just needed pretty good rolling on each side. But the Tau pulled through in the end. I do like the new changes, the Space Marine changes and the Tau changes, you know, so now the Tau got nerfed a bit with the rockets on line of sight and a few other things as well. But I still think they're pretty amazing. And the changes to the Space Marines, it made them a contender against the Tau. So it wasn't just a wipe, I can actually play the turn 5. Heavy bolters and kind of the company vets, that sort of bombed it quite well. That combo worked quite well. Heavy bolters, though, were kind of like my main unit for the Space Marines, I would say, because they pulled in a lot of weight. I would say for the Tau, it was the Riptide that pulled a lot of weight. As soon as it just nuked those Terminators. It was pretty impressive. Devilfish, just charging Devilfish in, you know, carrying my units, kept them alive, my troop choices. I know I didn't really use the breaches that much, but they did pop out and deal with the Lieutenant. I was willing to charge them into the Lieutenant as well, to stop the Lieutenant flying over to beat my Ethereal and Fireblade up. But it worked out in the end as well, because Kion is spicy with the other stuff like extra hits, and then pulse weapons have rend and stuff like that. It was just a good combo. I did enjoy the Space Marine chapter tactics I picked as well. Master Artisan, really good. The range as well, the +3 range, it makes a difference, especially on a table this size now. Corners. So that was the game, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Apologies if I got any of the rules wrong or I missed something. It's a lot to remember. I hope you did find some enjoyment in it. And please feel free to leave a like and a comment. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.